Welcome everybody back into Nerd Sesh. As always, I'm Carson Breber, and alongside me is Logan Camden. And today we are joined by three special guests. You can see their smiling faces on screen right now. These Stay Hot Boys. Look at that, the wonderful smile of Matthew Sponhour. We are going to be doing some trivia today, continuing our summer of trivia fun. Gentlemen, before we get into the questions, how are we doing? Matthew, how are you doing first?
Dude, you've got on like the 2K brown shirt
I
right now.
really
man.
do.
I don't think
I really do.
I don't think I've ever actually seen that before, but I'm doing well. I'm doing good. Had a productive Monday. July 4th is right around the corner, and I'm moving into a new place, which is exciting. So it's all good stuff. It's all up from here.
God bless
Happy
America.
early birthday, Matthew Sponhour, by the way. July 4th is not only America's day.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Matt is
it's
turning
a big
18
one. It's
finally.
maybe the biggest one. I'm entering my Braun year. I'll be 23.
There we go.
So
You mean your Jordan year?
No, I don't mean that at all.
Aren't you 13?
I think he meant his Trey Man year, bro.
Yeah, I'm entering my Trey Man year.
I thought you were about to answer your Ryan Fitzpatrick year. Okay, well, that's good. Congratulations, Matt. Happy birthday. When this episode is up, it will have already been your birthday and America's birthday. So this is dated garbage, and I am wearing a brown shirt. A nice basic brown shirt. You know why? Because it was at the top of my laundry pile. Theo, how are you?
I'm doing very well. I just accepted a position, a new job at Pro Football Network. So everybody go click on their stuff, just whatever it is, and run the numbers up and tell them Theo sent you, so I can tell them I'm doing a good job right away. Just click on whatever.
A little bot farming. Get your
a little
bots
bot farming from your listeners.
Yep. No, I mean all of our listeners are bots anyways, so that's
exactly.
You came
We're
to the
better
right place.
We're
You
better
came to the right place. Blaiden, how are you?
I have no complaints. I've been sneezing all day, so I won't
that
be
sucks.
muting myself. It's just allergies, man. You know, it is what it is. It's the price of beautiful weather. My flag football team just finished the perfect season, 8-0, won the championship. Yeah, man.
Wow.
We're goated.
Look at this. Look at the studs that we have on here today. We got Sneezy, we got Podcast Boy, and we got Smiley Matthew Sponhour. This is going to be a great one, folks, because we've got 3 rounds of trivia for you today. All going to be football themed in terms of the sports rounds, because that's what these guys do the most. And we are going to have a random round to finish, as we are doing throughout the summer. That, for this episode, will be movie trivia. We will also have an NFL round, and then we'll have a college sports round, not just college football. But I'm only going to be asking you guys college football questions because we're split into 2 teams. It's going to be me and Matt versus Logan, Theo, and Blaiden. And with those teams in mind, gentlemen, do we have any team name ideas?
I should have.
Yeah, I'm sure Logan is spitting.
Logan looks like he's maybe pissed at his dog.
Dude, she's going to town on a stuffed animal right now. I just had to calm her down a little bit.
Sucks to be the stuffed animal.
44.1 kilohertz. Is that our team name? Is that what we're rocking with, fellas?
I think it's got to be. Blaiden's.
I'm never gonna live this down, am I?
I don't know what it even is, so I don't even know how I can.
Operating at, bro.
That's hard.
Yeah, well, it's just like the audio frequency, and my mic has to use phantom power. Otherwise,
the phantom tax, yeah. Yeah. My mic has a mandatory phantom tax as well. Yeah.
Matt and Theo have the same mic as me, but because I plug it into an audio interface, it needs to receive phantom power, and if it doesn't receive a full 48 kilohertz, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Bro's house needs to be haunted.
I always thought the Phantom Menace was kind of underrated. It's a fun watch. Darth Maul is sick. All right, Blaiden's being a nerd about this whole thing. So you guys are going to be 44.1 kilohertz.
I think
Matthew.
Phantom Power. I think Phantom
Power is
sounds
way
better,
cooler,
actually.
Yeah, Phantom Power is
Phantom power.
honestly a bar.
It's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Matthew, what do you think? And I've got something, but it's rough. I'm not sure if it plays.
I mean, I just brought up your brown shirt. Maybe something with that could be funny, but
Brown shirt boys.
I think it should be birthday, fun.
That's not bad at all.
Birthday.
Okay, that's pretty good.
That's not
That's
bad.
pretty
I
clever.
was thinking the ragamuffins, but that's sort of not very specific. Birthday.
Doesn't relate to anything.
What
I
about the
think
brown?
I'm
What about the
leaning
brown
birthday,
shirt?
birthday.
What about the brown shirt birthday boys?
Okay, I could
4
do that.
Bs. All right. I hate it. I don't like it at all. Let's just be birthday. Let's just be
Brown
team
shirt birthday boys would be 3 Bs.
Team
No, am I?
birthday.
Brown shirt.
Matt, I was
That
about
is
to
3
say the
Bs.
same
Yeah,
thing.
brown Bert. Brown
I
Bert
didn't-
birthday boys. Yeah, no, you guys are right. I'm stupid and useless. All right. Well, let's get on with the trivia then. So, Logan, why don't you get us started? First of all, what round do we want to start with, gentlemen? Do we want to start NFL or do we want to start college sports?
I want to start NFL. I
start
think I
NFL.
got to start with the easier thing to get my brain warmed up.
Let's start NFL. By the way, guys, just for full transparency to the viewers, we attempted this episode a while back. Obviously, we have different questions now, and we failed. So anyways, we're running it back here. This time, it's going to be electric. And we started with
it was
college
no one's
last
fault.
time, and that's where it all went wrong. It was no one's fault except for Theo's. And no, I'm just kidding. Theo was very accommodating. He was on the road. Okay, let's start NFL, Logan. What's your first question?
All right, as we all know, friend of the program that is on here, Matthew Sponhour, is a longtime suffering Carolina Panthers fan. So I have a couple of Panthers-themed questions for you guys. We're going to start off with, can you guys name the top 5 passers in Panthers history?
Oh, boy.
Have there even been 5?
Well, that's what makes it difficult, right? Well, it'd be Cam Newton and Jake Delhomme are the easy ones off the top of my head. And then you got to start thinking about how long did everybody play here.
My next thought is Kerry Collins. Does he get on here,
That
Logan?
was also the next guy that I would go with.
1, 2, and 4.
Ooh, we've got
So there's
somebody between.
3. There's somebody post Collins and before Delhomme, I feel like, but I was an infant.
We
so
don't
I
get
don't really remember it too well.
we don't get like Matt Moore here, do we?
You guys are going to have to get, like, filthy and nasty. These are 2 disgusting answers.
That's what I'm making.
I'm trying to think of like full season starters who like just threw for some yards, like
Yeah.
genuinely and honestly, because there was only 1 year between Cam and Delhomme. That's like half
Yeah.
the team's history, and that year had 4 different guys, so none of them were even close. It was like Jimmy Clausen, who was.
That's who I was thinking. Jimmy.
I'm
Clausen.
throwing out Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy Bridgewater is actually 6th, if you guys can believe that.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow. I mean, yeah, dude,
Is it-
it's dark. I was thinking Vinny. He started like just a handful of games there. Who did you have?
No, because Bridgewater, because that year when he started, there was 3 1,000-yard receivers. Like they honestly, like there's some decent, yards that went around. I mean, if we're gonna stay on the sort of modern stuff, I doubt it. But Kyle Allen can't be an answer here, can he? 'Cause he
Wow,
got
Kyle
awfully
Allen is
close.
Kyle Allen is 8th all time, which just really puts in perspective
Wow.
the Panthers franchise history, man.
That is vicious, dude. This is a cruel thing to do to Matt to start off the pod. I mean, obviously you have the guys who have briefly been there in recent years, like Darnold and Baker, but like, I presume you have to have 2 years as a starter at least.
Well, that's the
These
thing.
guys
is that
are. I'll tip you guys off. These guys are more historically prominent in football for a few reasons. One gentleman had a standout season in the NFL, and the other had.
It's not Dante Culpepper, is it?
Ooh, Culpepper, I don't believe ever played for Carolina.
I thought he. Oh, maybe he played for the Lions. Some light
Went
blue
to
and-
went to Detroit, went to
Okay,
Oakland,
yeah.
went to Miami.
Okay.
These guys have they're prominent historical figures for one reason or the other.
So it's not a modern guy. I mean, it can't be. We've gone through everybody. If it wasn't Bridgewater,
not.
it wasn't going to be a modern guy.
So, standout season for one of these guys.
It's got to be more than what Bridgewater put up, and he had at least like probably 3,500 minimum. So it's got to be somebody who started either more than 16 games or had a really good 1 year, especially if
Yeah.
we're talking like pre-Delhomme. So it's got to
Both.
be a multiple year starter. It's got to
Both.
be,
This
right?
guy started for 3 years for you guys, and one time led the league in passing.
Oh my God! It's Steve Berline.
It is Steve Berline. He's number 3.
yeah.
All you guys are missing is number 5, and he's not a prominent NFL figure, but he is a prominent football figure.
Ooh, that's interesting. It's
So some sort of college football guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say Wenke, but Wenke was such a disaster.
Chris Winkie is number 5 on this list,
Wow.
guys.
Way.
How many does he have?
Chris
He's
Winkie
only got
has
a few more than Bridgewater.
Has a whopping 3,800 passing yards.
Dang.
Yeah.
So Bridgewater is a close 6.
Just 67 yards away, yeah.
Wow. Wasn't Wenke? Did he go 0-11 as a rookie or 1 and something? It was a terrible, terrible
Dude,
team.
I want to say he went 1-15 as a starter.
I just don't think he started every game.
1-14.
Oh my God. It's
Deshaun
vicious.
Kaiser-esque.
If you have it up, who's 7, 9, and 10?
Bryce,
Who's rounding that out? Bryce.
Wow.
Rodney, Pete, and Sam Darnold.
How about that?
Shout out.
Loaded. All right, well, you guys start us off with a question about Matt's team. I'm going to start with a question about both Theo and Logan's teams because the Steelers and Packers met in Super Bowl 45. Can you guys name me every player to notch a sack, interception, or fumble recovery in that game?
All right. Well, Nick Collins got a big one.
That is correct.
This is just cruel and inhumane, Carson.
No.
Clay Matthews calls out that the Steelers are going to run the ball to the right side, and he tells Ryan Pickett to go blow stuff up at the line of scrimmage, and Rashard Mendenhall's bum ass gives the game away. Oh, I hate this game.
Who recovered
that?
the fumble?
It could have been. It could have been a lot of people. It could have been
AJ,
Nick
was
Barnett.
it AJ Hawk?
It was not A.J. Hawk or Nick Barnett. Good guesses. Less prominent.
Could it have been Jarrett Bush? Did Jarrett Bush have a pick?
Jared Bush did have a pick, Theo. That's a great pull.
Bang. He was not good as a corner, but he was an awesome special teams player.
Ben could give him away, man.
He got
Let's see.
very generous in that way.
It's not. Oh, you said he's less. I think B.J. Raji would be kind of. Aaron Campman wasn't hanging around, was he?
No, I don't think Campman was a big part of that team. Pickett was a good pull, but I don't think he had any production in that game. Maybe Nick Perry wasn't around yet.
You have, I'll give you the fumble recoveries just because that's kind of a random play, or I'll give you a hint. You have a DB who was with the Packers for a good bit of time.
Al Harris.
No.
Sam Shields?
No.
Morgan Burnett?
No.
Chris Banjo?
No. Keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Was Woodson there?
Woodson got hurt early in that game
Okay.
and left before halftime. So I don't know if he would have done much. It was a killer PBU that he had when he left the game, though. Well, what about some Steelers? Aaron didn't throw a pick. I don't think we fumbled.
Sack too. I mean, Lamar Woodley, I assume, got a sack.
He did.
Debo. Did Debo get one?
He did indeed. You have one more Steeler and one more Packer on the sack front, and they are much more random than those two.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Was
no,
Eric Waldron on the team at that point?
Eric Waldron did not get a sack.
I don't know if he was even on the team.
I don't believe he was.
Carson, did the last guy go to Virginia Tech for the Steelers?
One moment, please. No, he went to Missouri. He was there from 2009 to 2013.
Ziggy Hood.
Cook. Ziggy Hood.
What a pull.
Good
Oh, I love
Ziggy
dude.
Hood.
Ziggy was a good Steeler. I liked Ziggy.
This guy for the Packers, man, he was there 2010 to 2012. Then he went and played with the Chiefs all the way through 2018. Awesome name.
Oh, man.
Last name starts with a very distinct letter.
And how many overall are we missing left between
You guys
these
are
two teams?
just missing the last Packer to get the sack, and then you're missing the fumble recoveries. So as I mentioned, a long-time DB for the Packers, one-time Pro Bowler. Actually, this season he was a Pro Bowler. 2010.
Oh, this season. I thought you meant 2023.
No, sorry, not 2023. But he did play with the Packers as recently as 2019. He came back.
Tremont Williams.
Cook, correct.
Yep. Tremont Williams. How could I forget? He was
Good
a dog.
pull.
I should have known that. Cleveland Browns legend.
Mhm.
Shout out.
Mhm.
Then you have a decent middle linebacker who was with the Packers from 2007 to 2011.
A decent
play-
middle linebacker not named Nick Barnett, not named AJ Hawk.
Correct. A Cal Bears legend. Based on his name, you might think he had a position in the church.
All my ancestors are around me as ghosts, frowning.
You got the phantom power, bro. Channel it. Don't
True.
fear it. Channel it.
I do have phantom power on my side.
Did this guy play anywhere else, Carson?
This guy played briefly for the Vikings and briefly for the Niners.
Is this
Of course,
Aaron
he played
Henderson?
for the Vikings.
No.
No, he.
And then I'll give you a hint. The other linebacker's last name starts with a Z.
Zombo. Frank
Cook.
Zombo.
Well
Yeah.
done, Theo. These are tough pulls. Starting you guys off with a tough one. Last guy, last name would indicate that perhaps he had a position in the church. Or perhaps in a game of chess.
Desmond Bishop?
Yes, Theo. Well
Okay.
done.
Dang!
Good job, fellas. That was... Whoa, I just caused a little earthquake over here in my setup. Nicely done. Those are tough.
I got Desmond Bishop. I should have thought of Desmond Bishop even before Barnett, probably.
Oh, yeah. Negative self-talk is what you need after a great accomplishment. No, none of that.
You're right.
Good
That was
work,
him.
Theo. That was impressive. I, in the same vein of that question, guys, have a Super Bowl question about Matt's Carolina Panthers. Can you guys name every Panther to score a TD in the Super Bowl?
Musin Muhammad.
Jonathan Stewart.
That is both correct. Musin Muhammad and Jonathan Stewart.
And that's it. Are we
Steve Smith must have had one, right?
Steve Smith has one.
are we counting
Nah.
quarterbacks, or is this just skill position players?
Just skill position guys who cross the goal line.
Okay. Well, they didn't
Probably
score very
two
much in
more.
2015.
It's just Stewart.
It's just Stewart in 2015. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The early one.
What year was that Super Bowl? 2000.
2004.
03.
Or,
Okay.
yeah,
But-
03 season. Yeah.
Yeah. Muhammad and
One of
Smith
these-
are the easy ones. I'm trying to think of who else is there. Who
Yeah, I'm trying to think about the running back on that team because I feel like that's
it would have been Foster.
What a pull, dude. By far the toughest name on this list. Yes,
Let's
Deshaun
go.
Foster.
Let's go, Matt.
You guys are missing one guy, and I love referencing this exact piece of trivia. This guy is a Super
Ricky Prohl.
Bowl
Ricky Prohl.
legend. Yes, Ricky Prohl, the man who had 2 go-ahead touchdowns against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl
Neither
and
of 'em
didn't win
stuck.
either of them. Neither of them.
Tough.
Okay. And so, wow, we still have one more, do we? Or
No, that's it. You guys
let's
cooked.
go.
Wow.
Easy. Good work, Matt. Excellent work. All right.
Yes, sir.
We hit you guys with the Packers. We hit you with the Steelers. Now we're going to hit you with the Browns for Blaiden. The Browns have been led in receiving by a running back just once since the merger, meaning their leading receiver for that season was a running back just once. Who was that player?
Duke Johnson.
Just, yep, right off rip.
Bang.
Well done.
Let's go, Wade.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Johnson-
as soon as you said receiving backs, I was like, well, there's like only a handful of guys that even fit the criteria.
Yeah, nicely done, dude. He had 693 as the Browns pulled off the light 0-16 season.
Yeah,
and
man.
honestly, it wasn't even
Light work.
close. In fact, their leading receiver, wide receiver, was Ricardo Lewis with 357. Their second leading receiver overall was legendary tight end Seth DeValve.
357
Lewis
as your leading wide receiver is
Criminal.
not good.
Putrid.
Yeah.
Was Gary Barnage
well, you know-
not there yet, or was that?
I think isn't that after Barnage?
What?
Is that after
Well, they went
Barnage?
0-16 and 18.
17.
That's
I
got
feel
to be.
like that was the
17,
9 and
that's
I
gotta
feel
be.
like that was the
After-
9 and 7.
That's got to be.
year.
Barnage didn't come in.
That's
Good.
true. Yeah.
Barnage had just retired. 2016 was his last season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess he didn't want to go
I had
0
him in
16.
Madden Mobile. I remember that.
Shout out.
Gary Barnidge was goated, man.
I mean, there's
so was
only
Jordan,
like
so was Jordan Cameron, man.
yeah.
Jordan Cameron was nice too. Yeah.
There's only like 18 or 20 tight ends ever who have had a 1,000-yard season, and Gary Barnidge is one of them, and he stands out like a sore thumb as the best of all of them.
The Joku coming soon.
I didn't even realize that Logan's wearing the brown shirt today. That's
what I'm
real.
saying. Don't play with the boy Blaiden, bro. He's like that. All right, we've hit all the teams so far. We've got one less box to check. It's the Bills. Excluding Jim Kelly and Josh Allen, can you guys name the Bills' top 5 passers in franchise history?
So we're
Wow,
gonna have
excluding the main two. That's
Jack Kemp will be here, Logan.
No
Great Jack
shot,
Kemp.
bro. That's where you're gonna start.
I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck. Joe Ferguson.
I'm
is gonna be
devastated.
here.
You guys, you just blew up the question, man. I'm mad. Yes, that's 1 and 2.
We are going to have, I think, J.P. Lossman here.
Ooh, no, you don't need to get that nasty.
Okay, man. Well, it's a pretty nasty history. We're not going to get Flutie here. Oh, we're going to get Drew Bledsoe for sure.
That is correct.
Do we get Trent Edwards?
Not Trent. This guy was good.
We get Fitzy. We'll get Fitzy.
And this guy was good too. Damn.
Tyrod? Yeah. I got a little too wacky there for a second. Sorry, guys. You know me. I get a little wacky. Yeah, that's light work. Okay, gentlemen. Only one player ever has been sacked at least 65 times and thrown 20 or more interceptions in a single season. Who is that poor soul?
Is it Sam Howell?
Interceptions.
Blaiden is on fire. It is Sam Howell.
dude. Nice call.
It is Sam Howell this
That's
past
pretty good.
season. Poor
He got
guy.
sacked
huh?
a lot, man.
He's
I guess a lot
starting
of
over
it's his
Gino
fault,
to
too,
hear Seahawks Twitter
No.
say
How many interceptions did he
That's
have
racist.
last year?
21.
21. Dang. I didn't realize it was quite that.
I wasn't sure if he
I'm
had the
ducking his
interceptions, but
I know that because
knew he
I'm
had
ducking
the
his
sack.
interception review. Allen was second. I thought he was going to be number 1, and then I realized Howell had 21 of those things. So it's like that might not have to skip that one.
It's a
Those are
3-part
throwback
video,
interception
man.
numbers, man. Dudes don't throw picks like that anymore. Those are
I know,
70s
I know.
interception numbers.
Dude, I was gonna rip Vinny. I was gonna rip like DeBerg. I was gonna rip, man.
Blaiden's
Dude,
locked in.
Blaiden's on a heater right now.
Say it again, Logan. Tell us not to play with that boy Blaiden. He's like
Don't
that.
play with the boy Blaiden. He's like
He got that phantom power. He's got phantom power.
He's got the phantom tags.
All right, gentlemen, we're gonna flip it back to Carolina. Can you guys name the only 2 Hall of Famers who have ever played for the Carolina Panthers?
Julius Peppers, is he not in yet?
No,
No, he's
Peppers
not
isn't in yet.
Steve
It's
Smith not
Reggie
in?
White. Steve Smith
Reggie
isn't
White
in,
is
and
one.
Who is the linebacker? Kevin Green.
Bang! Also,
Nicely
real
done,
quick,
Matt.
Steve Smith's got to be a Hall of Famer, right?
No,
you guys
Devin
agree?
Hester has to be because he. Nah, man. Sorry, he's on the wait list.
Dude, that makes
now.
me
You
so
gotta-
mad. Steve Smith gets snubbed. As a rookie, he's an all-pro returner, but then he's too good as a wide receiver to stay there, so he
Yeah.
gets yanked, and then Hester gets in before him, even though Steve Smith had the real Hall of Fame career. But
No
by
hate
the way,
Bears
guys,
fans, but
Jason Tatum just signed a 5-year, $314 million maximum contract extension.
Bag.
Not that it really
Yep.
matters because
Yo, he's like just like
they
me.
weren't going to let him
Real.
go, but you've got 314 mil in the bank, Blaiden? It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Blaiden,
man.
I'm not going to play with you, bro. I think you might be like that.
He
Based
is
on
like
what I'm
that.
hearing, you have 314 M's, and you just ripped Sam Howell off the dome. I'm impressed.
That's another
see it.
2 mil right there. Hit the
Yeah,
account.
man.
Seriously. All right, if you guys get this one, you get 2 mil as well. Can you name me the top 10 career passing leaders to never lead the league in passing?
Drew Brees has to be there.
No, he's
Drew
led it
Brees-
before.
No, Breeze
Has
definitely
led
led, yeah.
He would have like 5,000 yards every year.
you're thinking about him not having an MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. You're right.
But it's not a bad era to think of.
Rodgers, huh?
Number 2.
Okay.
Yep.
Dang,
Good pull.
fraud.
Manning. Peyton
Manning's
Manning?
got to have led it.
You th-
No?
This is-
Peyton has led the league, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't Peyton have
This
the
is
all-time
most
record for most
this
passing
is most
yards in a
career,
single
yeah.
season?
Yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah, he does.
Is
Matt.
he? They've never led it ever.
Never,
never.
once led the league in passing yards.
Okay.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco is number 7.
Can I get a little Russ Wilson action, maybe?
Russell Wilson. I do love that Blaiden ripped off top the number 1 and number 2 single season passing leaders ever.
I don't know why. I don't know
he's
why
regressing.
I was thinking.
Regressing
the
to
Blaiden
mean
regression
tweet.
hit hard.
We saw it and he was reversed.
The hype.
too.
The hype got to his head.
I was thinking of the question as like they had. It's like top 10 in a season, but they didn't lead the league that season.
I got you. No, it's
That's the way I
career
was thinking of it.
passing yards
Yes,
to
career
never
What
win
about,
the
passing
league.
yards to have never
What
led.
about Carson Palmer?
Number 5.
Do you guys think Rivers or Matt Ryan led?
Ooh,
I was thinking
don't-
about Matt Ryan. I think Rivers may have, but I'm not sure. I guess
We'll
we might
rip
as well
Rivers.
guess
Is
them.
he
There's
here?
no.
Rivers is not here. Rivers did lead once.
Yeah, I thought so. Matt Ryan, I like though. That would be a guess of mine.
Did Matt Ryan?
Matt Ryan is number 1
Yep.
Ooh.
on this list.
Above
Okay.
Rodgers?
Yeah, he has more yardage now, doesn't he? Well, I don't think I messed that up.
He does
about
by like
this-
3,000.
Mm-hmm.
This will give us a ballpark. Does Ryan Fitzpatrick sneak on this list?
Fitzmagic does not. The bar is
Okay.
a good bit higher than that. I mean, not like way higher, but like 6,000 yards higher.
Was Russell there or not? I didn't hear.
He is here at number 8.
Okay, cool.
Number 8.
I'm trying to think. Logan, did Big Ben lead it?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Ben,
think
I
so,
believe
right?
I know he had 1 year. I think he might have led twice. Did Stafford doesn't lead in 2011? Is Matthew Stafford here?
Stafford is number 4, Logan. Excellent
Yeah, it's
work.
a good call.
I thought Stafford did.
What about
Yeah,
Kirk
it was a
O'Chain?
five-
Surprising.
Is Kirk Cousins here?
Kirk is such a good thought, Logan. He is number 11.
Favre must have led. I'm trying to think a little older now.
I feel like this might not. I feel like he's probably a little too low, but I'm thinking maybe Derek Carr.
Ooh.
Derek Carr, number 12. It's
Oh,
another
good.
great
That was a
thought.
good guess,
God.
Blaiden. That was a good guess.
It's a really good thought.
That'll be true eventually.
It will be true.
That's true.
Yeah, no, he's leading the league in yards next year.
So you guys actually do not have any more active players.
Yeah, I got to think a
And
little.
what spot?
Tony Romo. Tony Romo.
Tony Romo is actually not here, Logan. Didn't play long enough.
What about Bledsoe?
Drew Bledsoe is not here because he did lead the league in passing in his second season when he threw like 27 picks as well.
That happens sometimes. Sometimes
Yeah,
you
man.
gotta really let loose.
Work hard, play hard.
What spots are we missing?
You are missing 3, 6, 9, and 10.
Oh my God, we're all over the board.
There is one all-time great who played in an older era, a different era.
Dan Fouts.
Not Dan Fouts. He was leading the league. He was ahead of his time.
Did Steve Young ever lead the league in passing?
It's not Steve Young.
How about
It's
Joe Montana?
Joe Montana is here at number 10.
Steve Young was a little
See,
bit
I-
more high-powered than Montana,
Okay.
but that was
well,
a
I
good
was thinking
guess.
because
The
Young
49ers.
ran more. I didn't know if he would have ever have led the league in passing.
Young actually, so he actually didn't ever lead the league in passing. It's just because he became a starter so much later, he has fewer
Okay.
career yards.
Yeah,
But
okay.
Young is
Gotcha.
not far off. He's
Carson,
But
do we have
so
a
Montana's 3.
weirdo like
No, Montana's
Jim
10
Hart or
He
No.
really
Neil
didn't throw it that
Lomax?
much.
It's not nice to call old dudes weirdos, but no, you don't have anybody like that. Everybody here is more modern. Everybody here is, at least everybody played into the 21st century at least.
Okay.
One of these guys, I was ready to give you guys the point for. I thought that you were saying it, and it turns out you were saying something else. Don't mean to throw you off, but
Eric Dar.
Sometimes I think you give. I don't want to say misleading.
Eric Dar.
Misleading hints, but
You think that's a little trickeration, Matt? Do you think that's going to make it tougher?
I think sometimes it can mess with the
Yeah, it can.
minds of
I will
weaker
say,
opponents.
That's the worst kind of hint. That's the worst kind of hint. When Logan gives me a hint like that, he's like, "Yeah, we mentioned this guy at some point today," and I'm like, "This is the 10th
You know
TikTok
this guy
we've
very
shot.
well.
We've named 150." You go this guy very well, actually. Kind of helps me. I don't know how. I just pick up on the vibes.
Is Warren Moon here? Did he ever lead the league?
Not Warren Moon. He did lead the league. A couple.
Maybe.
Never mind.
What
I was
about
about to
Ryan
give the worst kind of
Tannehill?
hint. Not Tannehill.
No.
You have one guy who is probably going to be a Hall of Famer. It's hotly debated, but
Eli Manning.
Eli Manning, number 3.
Good call.
Oh.
That's the guy who I was
Yeah,
trying
we
to
said
say.
Peyton. but
Exactly,
we
I
didn't
thought-
say Eli.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, now
don't
these
know- yeah.
last two guys have a lot in common. Like they're journeymen, and they played a long time.
A long
Not
time.
Fitzpatrick.
No.
Logan, you.
Vinny.
Vinny is here, number 6.
Steve DeBerg. Let me rip it one time.
Not DeBerg, better. Better than Steve DeBerg.
Better.
Let me rip him one time.
Logan was fiending for a Steve DeBerg, yes. He needed his fix.
Is Herbert there already?
Herbert, not his fault, number 1.
He should be there. So.
Only problem is that he leads the league in passing yards and touchdowns every year.
He really didn't lead it in 2021. That's crazy. Who did that year?
I guess I'll be your research boy.
Brady, maybe. I don't know.
Was it
I think
Jameis? No, that wasn't Jameis's year.
Oh, yeah, Brady.
It was Brady. That was his 5,300-yard season. Old man.
A journeyman. Logan, this is all you, man.
Journeyman.
Yeah. This is all you, Logan. You know this
You
guy.
know
Played
him
from
very well.
95 to 2011. You know him very well.
Brunell.
5.
No, not Mark Brunell.
I'm honestly shocked you haven't gotten him already.
Man, fuck you, man.
That is so deep in your noggin.
Retired in 2011. What?
in your head.
Rodgers was winning MVP
Oh.
that year. We had
Is
the
it? There's no way it's Kurt, right?
It's not Kurt, but that's.
It's also no way it's not far.
Warner.
Yeah.
Not
He's
that
at
good. This
47
guy's
all
not
time.
that good. Remember, he's a journeyman.
Kerry Collins.
Kerry Collins, Logan. Good work.
Ooh.
Good work. That's
There
the
you go.
list.
Oh,
That's
that's
the list.
man.
And that's the
That's a tough
category.
list.
And we're both perfect. Everybody's perfect.
It's pretty strong.
Strong stuff.
All right, Carson, you flashed us your
What?
Bills
Oh.
court. Wait a minute.
Sorry. Okay.
You
yes.
You showcase your passing leader knowledge for the Bills. Now I need you to showcase it for Cal. I need the top 5 NFL passers from Cal.
Oh, NFL. Okay,
Aaron
that's not as
Rodgers.
fun. Yes.
Let's go, Matt.
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers is
All right.
correct.
I had to.
Who's
I had to
number
get
2?
my. I had to get my
No,
one.
Matt.
'cause
Matt,
it's,
get number
it's-
2. Get number 2. You got it.
Who's number 2?
Jared Goff.
Oh, right. Dang.
We're going to have
How many
the
does Goff
legendary
have all time?
Logan, research boy. Anyways,
he's
while
gonna start. He's one of those guys who's gonna start creeping up there, and if
Oh, he's
he
gonna
keeps
creep up.
playing, he's gonna be.
he's going to end up at least in the Kirk territory that we're talking about with those guys.
He's at 30K right now.
Yeah, he's on a good trajectory. Anyways, the two legends who I was thinking of are Steve Bartkowski and is Joe Cap here, Logan?
Joe Cap is not. Bartkowski is 4. All you are missing are 3 and 5.
Okay. Let's think. God, I love those California Golden Bears. Shout out to Davis
They love
Webb.
you.
Thank you, Blaiden. I really needed to hear that. Who else are we going to have from Cal? Is there like a way throwback? Is there a further throwback than Bartkowski on this list?
2 throwbacks, kind of the same era.
Kind of the same era. Back when Cal Bears used to run the world. So that has me thinking like 70s.
Facts. Has me thinking the same thing too.
Wow,
Okay.
Joe Cap is 7. That's a good guess. Yeah, Carson, these guys played. You got one guy played from the 60s to the 80s, actually, and then one guy who played in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
And I'll give you a little additional background
don't
information
think-
about these gentlemen.
Yeah, sure.
One of them was kind of supposed to be like the replacement for a legendary quarterback.
Oh, I think I have it. Is Craig Morton one of them? Yeah.
Craig Morton is here.
Yeah.
Another guy played in a Super Bowl and started.
Played in a Super Bowl and started. The highest honor that any man can receive in this life.
I know this guy quite well.
You know this guy quite well. I mean, that makes me think of like Neil O'Donnell or some dumb shit. I know he's not a Cal Bear. We would never.
Didn't
never
play the
accept him.
Steelers, but played against the Steelers in the big game.
Okay.
We already got Aaron Rodgers, Logan.
Shut up, Theo.
Already got Aaron Rodgers. Okay, so
God,
let's
dude,
think.
that is on my like, dude, like most painful Steelers losses of all time, bruh. That one and the Jesse James game, number one, though, for sure, is Tim Tebow ripping my soul out with
The
Demaryius
crosser
Thomas.
to Demaryius Thomas right on the money.
Because Troy Polamalu cheated, man. He drops right in the box. He's supposed to have the middle third, bruh, and he just completely drops and ugh.
You don't want to hear about my most heartbreaking Browns losses. We'll be here all day.
Finish
You don't
with the
have
0-16
any. Like it's
season.
like the one to go 0-16. You need a real
You gotta
battle.
hope.
That is
You
the
need
worst
hope.
game. That is the worst game. I had hope that game that we wouldn't go 0-16.
I think that's so funny that you were just sitting there really hoping that they would win at least one. I feel like that's mentality is lost among sports fans. At the end of the season, they like want to lose all of their games and get the
True.
best draft pick. But a young Blaiden just sitting there with all the hope in the world that they were going to win their last game, only for them to lose, and it's now the worst loss that you can remember is like an adorable sports fan.
Corey
moment.
Well, that one
Coleman, man.
ended like with the Corey Coleman.
The
drop.
Coleman drop, right? That is a little
no,
heartbreaking.
what's crazy about that play? Deshaun Kaiser was terrible all year. He was horrible under pressure, couldn't make a throw to save his life, and on that play, he escapes pressure, rolls to his left, and fires a perfect pass to Corey Coleman, goes right through his hands.
That was against Pittsburgh, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not making any progress over here. I appreciate you guys buying me time, but what? I mean, is it gonna give it
Carson-
away if you tell me which Steelers Super Bowl this is?
One-hit wonder, this guy.
One hit wonder.
You're like completely on your own, bro, and you got to pull through.
I have
I mean, it's not David Woodley, is it?
not David Woodley. I have mentioned this guy. I know you know this guy. I know it's somewhere in there.
You know.
Yeah, it's got to be somewhere in there. I just gotta.
Do you want to hear
shares
Kaiser's
his-
stat line from that season?
Shares his name, I believe, with a luxury brand.
A luxury brand. Marvin Gucci. Trent Dolce Gabbana. Shares it with a luxury brand.
An
Louis-
Italian luxury brand, excuse me, yeah.
Italiano, perfetto. Please recite Deshaun Kaiser's stats to the group, Matt, while I try to think here.
15 games, 0-15.
Idiot.
53% completion percentage, just shy of 3,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, 22 picks.
I mean, that would be
38
probably a
sacks.
top 10 Bears quarterback season of all time. So.
All right, I'm thinking about luxury brands. Here, Matt, you can help with.
Dude, the
thinking of
Packers
luxury
traded-
brands, right? Unless, do you know that? Did you look up the answer or something, and you're not going to?
No,
say
I
it?
didn't look up the
okay,
answer.
Okay, good. I was
mean-
just making sure. But okay, so help me think of Italian luxury brands then. Armani,
Right?
Gucci,
I don't know what's Italian and what's not. Is Versace Italian?
Versace's Italian. But these are such crazy names. No one would ever
Like
be
this,
going
yeah,
around
it
with
wasn't
a name like
Johnny
this.
Versace.
No, I wish. I wish it was Johnny Versace.
Johnny Versace.
Oh my god. One hit wonder, this guy. 1 year wonder. And
I
this
mean,
is,
I don't. Who all did the Steelers play in the Super Bowls way back?
You have
This guy wasn't even that good, man. Like, the year they went to the Super Bowl, he threw 5 TDs and 10 picks. The next year he came back and threw 30 TDs to 19 picks. And then was out of the league in 6 years. Never really started anywhere else.
Damn, man. I feel like I'm running up against the clock here. I got to clutch this up fast or else I'm going to get called for a shot clock violation. The luxury brand hint. Italian.
That's one to throw you off, man. That's how he's getting
think
in
so?
your head.
You think it's?
I'm not
you
saying
think his
it's
name
not
is like
true. I'm not
Ford
saying
or
he's
something,
lying.
and Logan's?
Because I
claiming-
assume he's bigger and better than that. But
Yeah, I think so. He's a good man deep down. He doesn't show it, but it's in there. I don't know. I'm gonna throw in the towel. I mean,
it's
maybe
okay.
if you gave me the
You can just
team,
let us
but
down and
that's
we
a lot
can
of
lose. It's
hints.
perfectly fine.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry.
This guy played.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
This guy played college ball at Nebraska and California. This is Vince Ferragamo.
Did not realize he was a Cal Bear. Ferragamo was an Italian luxury brand?
See, I had to look that up, and
Damn.
It is. It is?
Yeah, I
wow,
don't know
that's
anything
Logan.
about
Logan fashion ball knowledge. My bad, Matt. We'll come back. I promise
Talk
you.
about
It's all good because
M's.
you've given very difficult questions.
I
You've written
swear
them
on my
out.
sword. Yes. I've given them exceedingly difficult questions, and I will not be giving them any more hints. Okay. The 2008 Florida Gators produced 8 Pro Bowlers and 1 known racist. Can you name them all?
Riley Cooper.
That is the racist. Maybe be a little less excited about it, Logan.
This team's loaded. Marquise Pouncey.
Yes.
Is Mike Pouncey on the team?
Yes.
Or was he a Pro Bowler?
They were both Pro Bowlers. I'm pretty sure.
Percy Harvin.
Percy Harvin was a Pro Bowler.
You're gonna have some. Aaron Hernandez.
Yes.
Yep.
There's gonna be.
Oh, actually,
there's
Aaron Hernandez was never a Pro Bowler, but I had him down on my list.
Aqib Talib. Was he on that team?
No. Aqib Talib, Kansas.
There's got to be
actually.
some baller corner on that team, though.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
You know him well, Logan. You know him well, Blaiden.
Oh, it's Joe Hayden.
Joe Hayden, yeah.
Yep, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
We got any more trench boys, Carson?
Yeah.
What was the year again? Run it by me one more time.
2008. The year they
2008,
won the
right.
national title with Tim Tebow.
See, I watched the documentary on this, and it was so mid. I should have remembered all of it.
Yeah, so everybody who worked so hard on that documentary, fuck you.
No one worked hard, unfortunately.
Damn.
From what I got, all of those documentaries on Netflix, like the Johnny Manziel one, are like so hastily thrown together.
Yeah, they're
I missed
they're
the
content farming.
good old fashioned, the NFL Network. What is it? A Football Life? Those were always good.
Those are great. Those are classy.
Yeah.
The
I was watching
2008
some of those
Gators.
recently.
Oh, was running back. Who would the running back have been? It wasn't. I don't know. I think I might be thinking of No Sean Marino actually. I think he was the U.
I was thinking of No Sean Moreno too.
I think he's on the U
Shout
Miami
out.
team, not the Florida team.
Tebow wasn't ever a Pro Bowler, was he?
He was not. The fan votes,
Okay.
the evangelical vote could not get him in, unfortunately.
Had to make sure.
Yep.
Is it another? We have another offensive lineman here.
No, you don't. You have a
So it's a D
player on the
lineman.
defensive front. And then you do have another defensive player, and then you have an offensive player.
Harvin was a good pull. We already got him. Man,
Is it? I don't know if this is right. It's not Marcel Darius, is it? That's not the D
It's
lineman.
not the legendary Marcel Darius, whose jersey I do have.
When did he retire?
Sorry, is he interior or is this an edge?
You have an edge, and then you have a corner. Another, yeah. The edge spent a long time in Logan and Blaiden, your guys' division.
Could it be Elvis Doomerville?
Ooh, it is not Elvis Doomerville, the king of sack. It's a good nickname for him. I just made up. You guys like it?
An edge. I
Tell me you guys liked it.
I assume it's Baltimore.
So yeah, so do I. Yeah.
You know what they
I don't
say?
think it's-
What happens when you assume? You make
I
an
guess
ass
Makes
out of
an
you.
I guess
ass
it
of
could be
Blaiden and
Cincy.
Logan. That would be the other team.
I mean,
Who was the dude that played
Geno
for-
Adkins, but he's interior.
Who was
wouldn't have been
who was the
him.
guy that played Carlos Dunlap?
Yep, Carlos
Ooh,
Dunlap.
Good, yeah,
Correct.
good call.
oh,
Good
see, I think of him as an interior guy, but okay, I guess he would have been.
Yes.
A corner, and it's either got to be a wide out, a tight end, or a running back.
When you guys realize who it is, you're going to look in the mirror, you're going to smack yourself right in the face. It's sort of a fun answer.
A fun answer?
It's
Oh.
sort of like a fun hidden gem answer.
Ooh, Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam. That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah,
Theo learned something from the doc.
I
There was
did.
some value. And then the last defensive player went by an animal name in the NFL.
Jackrabbit Janoris Jenkins.
That is correct.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, Matt. I helped
Good
them.
pull.
I helped them to the finish line.
No, you gave him all the answers. No, it's cool.
There's a lot
I
of players that are
understand.
fun,
Logan
man.
was
It's
pretty
not
nice.
just
I
Cam.
feel like Logan was pretty nice on the.
Yeah.
the Cal
Asking me the
question,
questions about the 1940s Cal quarterbacks. No, I should have gotten that. When I was in like middle school, I read like a 600-page book about the history of Cal football. And it was like leather bound. It was blue. It didn't even have a cover. It didn't have a title on the front. It was just like an encyclopedic looking thing. And I think back and I think, what a freak everybody must have thought I was. Cal football is not even good. There wasn't even anything to learn. After like the 1920s, Pappy's boys, you guys all know Pappy's boys. After that, they were rotten. So
But now
You know
look
what
at you.
I used to read in middle school?
now look at me.
I used to read two things: the thesaurus and the Scrabble dictionary.
Wow.
That's sick, bro. That's
Wow.
electric.
Oh, we're messed up.
Dude, that's actually
Do you,
one of
do you
my
guys rock
goals.
with the Bones series of comics? You know what I'm
I'm
talking
not
about?
familiar.
That much. I never got
Bone.
into that.
Bone?
I was talking
No,
about that.
I'm not
Oh, the
Bones?
comics. The
Highland?
comics. Yeah, I actually I've read a few of those. I feel like.
I said Bones. It's just Bone. They had
Bone,
Phony
yeah,
Bone
comics.
and
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I feel like I read a
the
few
Main
of those.
Bone and like Goofy Bone.
Oh, I sort of remember this guy. I never read him. I was busy reading the Bible and Kafka's Metamorphosis.
A
at the
real
time.
man.
Like a real man.
Bone clears those books.
It was mostly I might have it around here in my room. We mostly had the big we had a big set of Calvin and Hobbes. That's
Oh,
what
dude, same.
our go-to was.
Dude, I have Calvin and Hobbes like books that my dad passed down to me that are just in horrible condition, falling off the pages, but classic, vintage. Because it's a tiger, you know. What's a tiger? Why has he got such a big personality? He's a tiger. Anyways, Logan.
It's pretty sick.
I can't read. Anyway, guys, can you name every Ohio State Heisman winner since the NFL AFL merger?
We got to go with Archie back to back.
Doubled
Shout out.
up.
We got to
Eddie
go
George.
Cook,
Uno más.
Troy, Smith.
Wow, never mind. All right, we're done. Move on.
Yeah, that's what we do. Light work. All right, gentlemen. Who is the single season record holder for college football passing yards and touchdowns?
Colt Brennan.
Not Colt Brennan. It's a good thought.
Is it another?
Oh. Wait. The single season passing leader in yards and touchdowns
Case
in
Keenum?
college football.
That is correct.
Is it Bailey Zappi?
It's Bailey Zappi. Case Keenum.
Let's
really thought
go!
he is
Keenum
tied
is the
for
all-time
fourth.
leader, right?
Keenum is the all-time leader. Colt Brennan, 8th. Both those guys throwing for over 5,500, but Bailey Zappi is the man who cleared 5,900 yards and 62 touchdowns.
Bro, y'all need to quit playing with Blaiden. He's like that, man. That's what y'all forget.
Yeah, wait until in the movies question I throw in some sort of theoretical physics question.
Carson's just going to ask us about sad movies or something like that.
I was a math minor.
He's already got Matt on his team, and if he's asking about sad movies...
All right, Blaiden, never mind then. I'll ask you questions about Latin. Well, you read the thesaurus growing up. You'd probably cook it.
No, I don't know. I don't know Latin. That's it's a dead language.
But if you have, it is a dead language. But etymology, you can pick up on the hints in there. Anyways,
it's true.
All right, guys, we're sticking with Ohio State. Can you guys name the 4 Ohio State quarterbacks in NFL history with 10 or more wins?
I mean, I don't know.
CJ.
Yeah.
CJ Stroud actually only has 9.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, it's 10 plus the playoff win, right?
If we counted the playoff win. Fraudulent question,
We're going off regular season.
Aww.
Again, guys, I can't read. Cut me some slack.
That's fair.
So you're saying his playoff win doesn't count? Cool. Comments?
Cool.
Let us know
Oh,
your thoughts on
classic.
that.
Fine, we'll just throw him in there. Can you guys name the 5 Ohio State quarterbacks?
Did Fields get to 10 wins?
10
right.
exactly. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, I don't like this question. Ohio State quarterbacks? Come on. It's going to get ugly fast here.
Did they have to get the wins as quarterbacks in the NFL? Because if not, I bet you Terrell Pryor has 10.
I'm presuming he means as the starting quarterback.
I don't know what this dude Matt is on about. Also, one of these, a little trickeration. You wouldn't think of him as
Is he not an Ohio State quarterback that had 10
Oh,
wins?
Joe Brrrr!
Of course.
There you go.
Ohio
State
State
legend.
legend,
number
Ohio
2.
State player first. Most people, when they think about him, remember him as an OSU Buckeye.
I do.
Tough.
You guys got 2 more.
2 more.
God, who even else got
Troy
serious
Smith
and
didn't do
run?
it. I always just mention him. You can only think of so many dudes.
Right. I could do the
Obviously-
same gimmick with Braxton Miller. Is that
Let's get gimmicky with it. Let's really piss this canon character off.
the problem? Is like before I was born. I don't know nothing. I mean, that's history.
Before you were born, you don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing. Yeah.
That is where you guys. That's where you guys need to look. 2 90s QBs.
2 90s quarterbacks.
Oh man. All right.
Bro doesn't realize he exists in the context of all that came before.
I just fell from the coconut tree, bro.
Sponhour coconut tree.
I don't know anything about 90s Ohio State.
I mean,
football,
I'll know. Here's the
unfortunately,
thing.
So
Yeah, I probably won't know that they went to Ohio State, but I'll know of their existence.
You do.
That's got to be worth something. I do. Look at this guy, with his.
I have already
glances.
Let's be clear. We have already named 3 other technically correct answers.
Correct.
Oh, fine. You guys can just get one more.
Here.
Fine. You guys can get one more. We'll call it. We'll call it quits.
We could get 0 more. We could have +1 extra points or something if it was really.
It's not a bad point. It's not a bad point. So what I'm hearing is Matt and I are gunning for the +3 in this category to take an insurmountable lead.
Right.
Okay. Look at the way that he looked our way. He said, "You know him. You know him." Well, he wasn't a Bills quarterback. We're talking 90s. We just had the great Jim Kelly, and then we had Flutie at the end.
Now that wasn't really a hint. I know this guy because he played for the Steelers.
Neil O'Donnell?
Oh, Neil O'Donnell sucked, dude.
Oh,
He did not
Mike
go to Ohio
Tomczak.
State.
Mike Tomczak.
Mike Tomczak is the all-time leader with 40 wins. How pathetic. Anyways, you guys got one more. Do you want to go for it? I don't blame you. This guy's really hard to get. I'll give you the point if you want.
If we get it, we get a bonus point, and also your life savings.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
I was about to say something.
$7.
About my Venmo.
$7. All right, then we get Blaiden's life savings, 314 M's.
Actually, it's put away in the Stay Hot stock.
That's a good investment. That'll pay off.
Yeah, man.
This guy's really hard to get. All right, give us a couple hints about him as an NFL player. Then you don't even know anything.
Oh my gosh. I mean, like, this dude is so non-distinct. Giants, Cardinals, Steelers. I mean, this guy is so... I don't even know if I'd be able to pull this guy. I just thought Matt might know him because he went to Ohio State.
All right, I think we'll take our point and run here.
This is Kent Graham.
Kent Graham.
The great Kent Graham.
The great Kent
Of course.
Graham. My favorite. God, I feel like I'm being too easy on you guys with these questions, but I'm going to ask them nonetheless. Can you name me the top 5 passer rating leaders in college football history?
Passer rating leaders in college football history. I think Stroud has got to be up there. He was basically perfect.
Number 3.
Okay.
Burrow.
Joe Burr is just off this list. I believe he's number 9. He's number
Tua?
10. Tua is number 1.
Yep.
Good pull. Well, while we're on it, Mac Jones.
Number 2.
Passing. With Goff? Goff had to have gone number 1 overall somehow.
Cal Bears legend, yeah, off of his dynamic arm talent and charming personality and Bay Area pride. He's number 247. Not bad. Really not bad.
Wow, what a reach by the Rams there.
Oh yeah,
That's why they had to trade
quarterbacks
him,
all
though.
suck.
Could it be? Let's see. Hyper efficient.
Are we just
Tons
missing
of
one,
touchdowns.
Or we're missing 2.
You're missing 2. You're missing
Is Case Keenum here?
Case. The Chase Keenum is not here. He is number 41.
Shoot, is Zappy here? I feel like probably
Zappy's
not.
number
back.
17. It's a good thought.
Okay.
Is Blaiden on
Did this
here?
guy
Blaiden is number 4.
Let's go.
did this guy make the league, Carson?
Yeah. And also there's 2.
Both
Both?
made the league.
Yes.
Okay.
Quite easily.
The way you shook your head makes me think these guys had to go like, number 1, first round, like Carson Palmer.
Carsey Cuckoo Palmer is not here. In fact, Carson Beck is the number 1 Carson on this list at number 20.
He's
Carson
him.
Palmer is not in the top 250.
Give me Caleb Williams, maybe.
I will not, but he is number 14, so that's close.
Kyler Murray.
Number 4.
Nice.
There we go.
Good call.
Baker.
Baker's 8.
Heat check. Oh, that was a good guess,
That
though.
was a good guess.
I'm just going off the list of number 1 overall guys.
It's not a bad idea.
Trevor Lawrence.
T-Law is number 25. Close.
Yeah. Could it be?
T-Law's last year
Trubisky.
kind of messed this up a little.
No.
Trubisky is number 57.
Ah.
That's
Let me
one,
just
Blaiden.
rip through that.
If you mention Trubisky again, I'm out, bro. I'm just gonna leave.
Let me just rip through that whole draft class, though.
Rosen?
Watts. Oh.
Not Rosen. He was drafted just off aura.
Not Mahomes. Watson.
No.
Okay.
He is number 58, 1 spot behind Mitch,
Wow.
which is why they took Mitch before him.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what I heard.
Wouldn't have been Cam, right?
Not Cam.
Should have been though.
If they had been honest in their stat keeping.
Come on, man, like
That's true. That's true.
The away
Bo
team.
Nix?
The away team deflation for...
Bo Nix is not a
Stats.
bad guess, Logan, but Auburn probably sold him.
Yeah, correct. He's 132.
Yeah.
If it was just the Oregon days,
The Oregon days, yeah, he'd be here. 188 passer rating this year. College football passer rating, obviously.
I have no idea how college football passer rating works. I see
Yeah.
it, and I mean, I don't really know how the 153.8 or whatever, or 158.3 works either,
yeah.
but at least I understand the scale.
Yeah, well, you know what? I guess I might as well look up college football passer rating.
I like that there's
formula.
2 different ones.
You like it?
Yeah.
It
I
doesn't.
like that there's 2.
Do you like that they're both on really weird scales?
I do. I'm looking at. It's really not that complicated of a formula.
There's no rushing involved in the formula, right?
No.
Because
No,
QBR
but sacks
has that.
kill you.
Sacks kill you.
And
It wouldn't debate. Can I see some
thing.
Hendon Hooker?
Oh, dude, really good guess. He's number 11.
That is a good guess, Theo.
So right timeline.
So it's recent. Okay. Hendon
all
Hooker.
these passing efficiency stats. These guys have
Yeah,
so easy
yeah.
compared to back in our
Of course,
day.
guys, it's Zach Wilson.
Zachariah Wilson.
It can't be him. He wasn't good enough outside of his Mickey Mouse COVID year.
Yeah, he's number 30.
That's still
It
pretty
needs
high.
to be someone that had.
Is it Penix?
It is not Penix. I think perhaps his Indiana days.
Logan
sell
is
him short.
devastated at that message.
Oh no, it's Jaden Daniels.
Oh, it's not Jaden. He is also devastated by his LSU days or his ASU days, but he's 53.
Oh shoot, I forgot about the ASU day.
Never
I was
forget
like, he didn't
about
get
it,
sacked
the
one
ASU
time
days.
this year, did
Our
he?
quarterback, Theo, Logan, and my quarterback.
Could I ask where Ritter is?
Yes. Let's see. Do you really want to know?
Yeah, I do.
Number 203.
Above Goff.
When you think above Goff,
This says a lot.
you know, when you think about how many dudes have played college football at a D1 level, 203 is pretty good.
It is.
It's
Can
really
I-
just a
can I ask
prospect
one
from the
more?
last few years.
Yes,
I
you
should
can
just.
ask one
Yeah.
more, Matt.
Connor Shaw.
Dude,
Oh my god.
that's a really good thought because he's way up here somewhere. Where was he?
Is he?
Wait, no, he's not. Hold on, where is he? Oh, he's number 74. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
He was a beast, man.
Yeah. Big
Shoot,
shout
while
out
we're
to
on the
Connor
topic
Shaw.
of Connor Shaw, give me Cody Kessler.
Man, if you, let's see, where's Cody Kessler's just above him, number 70. I was almost gonna give you guys a hint that I've since decided is too generous.
Well, if it was Hendon Hooker's era, I probably scouted the dude. Is it Fields?
It's Justin Fields, yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna give you what we're thinking about Matt
Oh.
quarterbacks. Justin
Yeah,
Fields
no.
is number
Yeah.
5.
I don't know how we didn't get to Fields.
Yeah, we
We
should have
said
just
Mac
kept on
Jones
guessing the
and-
Ohio State with the cracked receiving core era
That's
guys.
literally. I mean, Haskins is number 9.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was about to ask where
Wow.
Haskins is.
Yeah. would've
Where's
been-
JT Barrett? I'm sorry.
Ooh.
No, this is fun.
Barrett.
He's 105.
Barrett was not there when the receivers were crazy good. I mean, they
Yeah.
were still really good, but not what they are now.
Not 3 crazy goods. Let's
Mhm.
see who else is higher. Troy Smith, number 63. Joe Germain, number 77, and that's it for the Ohio State guys that high.
Okay.
Shut up.
Yeah, shout out.
Good work, gentlemen. I was quite useless on that question.
No, don't say that.
Guys, we're going to go from one powerhouse in Ohio State to another in Bama. Can you gentlemen name every championship-winning quarterback for Bama since 2000?
Sure.
I'll
AJ
take that as a
McCarron.
no. Yeah. AJ McCarron twice.
Tua,
Tua.
2 is correct.
Mac Jones,
Correct. Just 2 to go.
Jake Coker.
Cook.
God, you're good, man.
Did Hurts start on a championship team before Tua took over? Or are we
I
saying
accepted
that
it.
they
I put
split?
them as a slash, so
Oh.
he's an
Okay,
acceptable
so
answer.
but he
What
just counts
year
there.
are we missing? Because Coker must have been like 09 and 10.
It's not.
Tua and Mac Jones were like the 18, 19, 20, those seasons.
I think this guy is between McCarron and Coker, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I know. Oh, his name starts with a G, doesn't it? Yeah, G boy.
ESPN analyst.
Oh my god, I totally know this guy. It's not Gerald something.
No quarterback named Gerald could ever win the Natty,
No,
unfortunately.
That's true.
Dang, I'm trying to think.
Oh, it's Greg McElroy.
It is Greg
Yes.
McElroy. Well done, fellas.
I mean, that's much more of a just an Irish guy's name than it is Bama quarterback. All right. Well, from Bama, we'll stay in the SEC. Can you guys name me every active wide receiver who went to LSU?
Ooh, this is fun. We got neighbors, obviously, Brian Thomas Jr. We've got Odell, Miami Dolphins legend currently. Jarvis Landry, are you counting him? He's had a mini camp workout.
Not counting Jarvis, but we can if you want.
Sure.
It'd make you feel better.
I was gonna ask Jarvis too.
How old is Jarvis?
Jarvis, how old is Jarvis?
31.
Yeah, I think him and
Yes.
Odell are the same age.
Maybe Jay Jettas. He attended a university a little bit like LSU.
Correct. I love the maybe
A
there.
little bit.
T Higgins is Clemson. What am I talking about?
Jamar.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Correct.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Where's some minor ones? There was a deep threat a couple years back.
Oh,
Was it?
yes. Carolina Panther.
Chark? Chark didn't go there, did he?
No,
TJ. Oh, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
TJ
did.
Chark
Yeah,
went
he
to
did.
Oh, did he?
LSU. Yeah, correct.
that's not who I was thinking of.
That's
though.
who I was thinking of. That's what
Ah,
I
I'm
was
well,
thinking of
that's
someone else.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. Very interesting, Blaiden.
He's the same class as Jamar.
Very interesting.
Theo, he was a kind of a draft crush of yours.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we're thinking of another Carolina Panther, Terrace Marshall Jr.
Terrace Marshall Jr. Yes.
Correct. That is
He was
correct.
too nice.
Ah.
TJ Chark is a one-time Pro Bowler as what, a returner?
Dude, I was looking through Pro Bowl
Just
does
as a
not matter. I was
receiver.
looking through some of my old tweets
Oh my
yesterday.
God.
And I saw a clip from the Pro Bowl of Tyler Huntley throwing to Jamal Agnew.
There was one year in particular
That's so
when the
crazy.
quarterbacks were really crazy.
Yeah.
Hmm
I mean, was it Huntley versus
Tyler
Trubisky?
Huntley.
Was that it? I mean,
All right,
Huntley
that's it.
was in there.
I'm out. I'm out. I can't do it anymore.
So the season
Um,
is over.
Trubisky.
So you guys just have two more, and they're both young.
Both young guys.
I chose LSU because it's harder than Bama. I was gonna potentially
It
give you guys
is.
the Bama receivers, but you have a couple real deep cuts with LSU. One of these guys, I will give you this hint. Maybe this tips you off, but I think it's only fair. Also played at Nebraska.
Is he a current Packer?
He is not a current Packer.
So it's not Toure.
No, both these guys were in last year's draft, like not 2024, but 2023.
2023. Yeah.
Why do I forget the entire draft class as soon as it passes by? I like have all
It's a
these
lot of dudes to
opinions
keep
on
track
guys,
of.
and then it happens, and now it's all gone.
2023.
Like I'm trying to even remember the first wide receiver drafted in 2023, and I'm like, I have no idea.
I can give you guys more hints.
Who got
I
picked
feel you.
Who got picked last year?
Okay, I'll tell you which teams these guys play for because they are deep cuts. I'm kind of counting on, some scouting memory coming through here. You have a Buccaneer and you have a Patriot.
Oh my God.
It's not Palmer, is it?
Trey Palmer is correct.
Trey Palmer. Okay, and then a Patriot. Let's see. They got. It's not the Baylor guy. It's not Thornton. It's not. Played for Nebraska too.
No, that was
Not-
Trey Palmer.
Oh, Palmer played for Nebraska.
Mhm.
Okay.
Right, I was wondering. I'm like,
This
I
guy
don't
was
remember.
pure LSU.
This guy's pure LSU.
All right.
No,
They got
switching
so
up.
many guys. They got Bourne. But he's not a 23 guy.
No.
Obviously, they just drafted Polk and Baker, but it's not either of those two.
Yeah, Polk was the guy that was coming to mind, but that's who they just drafted.
Yeah, this guy's a nobody.
Is it? It's not their little dude. The little
The
Pop
one who-
Douglas. It's
Yeah,
not Mario
correct.
Douglas.
It's not Mario Douglas. I have one friend who's a Patriots fan for no reason. He's a complete bandwagoner, and he only talks
Michael.
about Demario Douglas as if he's the best player ever.
I think he
I
had
think
the
that means
lowest
that he's
like
not a
success
bandwagon.
rate amongst receiver connections
yeah.
or something last year.
I just googled it.
I'm gonna read it. I can read his face. We've done enough podcast episodes.
I'm
that
hacking
I can
into
just...
your computer right now, Matt.
Yeah,
Matt
Blaiden,
just
please.
I'm actually
I
at
just
the
used Grok
tab.
AI to deduce the answer. All right.
A current Patriot? Who did
Yeah.
the
here's
Patriots
all,
draft class?
Here's all I'll
Man.
say, because this is a really hard one. In his name, there is a synonym for rear end.
Blaiden read the
Bo-
thesaurus a
Boodle?
lot, so I'm trusting him right here.
Tayshaun Boodle?
Wow,
or
that is
something?
so close.
No,
That is
no,
so
it's
close.
no, you're right. You're on the right. It's Kayshawn Booty.
Yep, that's correct.
Oh, duh! How
Yes.
did I forget Booty?
You
he
gotta
was even
pull like that.
Yes.
he
oh
wasn't
my
even
God.
a bad prospect. He just like fell off and
No,
had
no.
work
Here's the
ethic.
thing.
Oh my
Carson
God.
saying that he's a nobody. Bad hint.
Oh, sorry, he had
Dude.
19 yards this year.
No way. man.
Kayshawn Booty is not a nobody, man.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness! How do I
Blaine,
forget
who's your standard
Booty?
for a nobody?
Oh man, someone that I don't know.
This is the duality of man right here. Bladen pulling Kayshawn Booty, and not just that, pissed at the Kayshawn Booty disrespect, and he's like, "Did Drew Brees ever lead the league in passing?" The duality of man.
Bladen
right
is
there.
hot. What's the Skip Bayless quote about Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers is hot, and Aaron Rodgers is
yeah.
cold.
Dude, that's like my favorite single clip ever. Skip debating himself on Aaron
Skip
Rodgers.
debating
Yes,
himself.
that's one of the all-time.
One of the all-timers. All right.
Man.
Here's something you won't have an answer. All right.
Oh, that's such a good clip. Know the beautiful thing about being a sports fan? There's only like 2 days the whole year without a game. 2. With so much happening and so much action, that makes just about every day game day at DraftKings Sportsbook.
It's super easy for first-timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. It really couldn't be any easier or any simpler. Baseball, golf, UFC, there's something for every fan of every sport to bet on at DraftKings. And I know it's early, but football season will be here before you know it.
And if you're new to DraftKings, you gotta check this out. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code NERDS. That's code NERDS for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. All right, we're on to the final round. Matt, I'm not going to lie to you. We're down 1. It's 100% on me. And I'll own it, and I'll own it until the day I die. But this is movie trivia, man. If there's anywhere that we're going to step up and ball out, I think it's going to be here.
Okay.
Okay. You can't. I really can't fire Matt up. Is the only problem.
Matt
I
is
feel
so-
like he's
Matt's too
either
nonchalant.
neutral or
The
disappointed.
only thing that fires me up is winning. Talk
Okay, that's
means
so
nothing
real.
to me. So
you know
let's
whose
just get it.
mentality that actually reminds me a lot of? Michael Jordan. Doesn't really sound like something LeBron would say. LeBron would say something like it's just trivia.
It sounds like something. It sounds like something LeBron would think and then not feel the need to like go run and tell.
No,
every
LeBron
reporter,
would be like,
you
it's
feel
just
me?
trivia. I just want to play with my son. All right.
Dude, your goat couldn't even get his son drafted. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. dude.
Matt, I've seen your tweet circulating across so many accounts, bro.
And isn't that what's wrong with social media these days?
They put a
I think that's the
LeBron
biggest
edit
tweet I've
behind
ever
it.
had.
Really? Yeah, 100
I
million?
think so.
Matt, did you come up
actually.
with LeBron hasn't or MJ couldn't get his son drafted?
Yeah.
Is that your tweet?
It's a Matt Sponhour
Yeah, it's my
original.
tweet.
Stolen
Oh,
from my
damn,
drafts.
I've seen that.
Stolen from my drafts. No, I would never propagate such nonsense. All right, let's talk movies.
I'm not up
though.
on my Spawn Hour lore because I've seen that a million times and I didn't even know it was you.
Oh, no,
I've like heard that
retweeted
and
that.
seen it.
Dude, it's been everywhere.
I've
All
got
right,
Twitter
gentlemen.
notifications on for Matt, so
My goat is Kayshawn Booty,
I
bro.
got notifications on for you.
He's a breakout candidate.
This is nice. You guys have notifications. I don't have notifications on for anybody. I'm just looking after number 1 over here.
Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf, baby. Sigma. Logan, you can ask the question whenever, pal. Dobra.
All right, guys, this is a redemption story of a 70s basketball team fighting and clawing to keep the hopes of their
Tropics, it's
season and their
semi-pro.
franchise alive. Led out by their eccentric owner and a former NBA champion, the team accomplishes their goal, but still have their dreams dashed. But at least they played basketball the right way. Yeah, it's semi-pro. What a banger, right, fellas?
Good film. Good film. Everybody seen it?
I haven't.
I think
I don't
I've
even
seen
know if
bits
I've
and
heard of
pieces
that
it.
movie, man.
It's
With
a
Will
Will
wait,
Ferrell
this
classic
is
from
the
his
Will
heyday,
Ferrell one.
where he
Okay.
plays Jackie Moon, the owner slash star slash pop star. They've
I
got
actually
Coffee Black on
had
the team.
no idea that that's what this movie was called.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty
I
good
still
watch.
don't think I've seen it.
I saw that movie that jersey went triple platinum at the ASU sports
yeah.
journalism floor. I'm very familiar with the jersey.
Yeah, real. Okay, gentlemen, can you name me the most profitable movie ever by percentage of profit? And on the flip side of that, the biggest box office bomb ever just by total money lost.
Avatar's
They're
number
two
one,
different
yeah?
movies.
Two different movies. So Avatar, I believe, would be the highest grossing. This is by percentage. So it's your return on investment, basically. So budget is a
Napoleon
factor.
Dynamite.
You know, that's not a bad guess.
That's an awesome guess.
That would have been my guess.
Yeah.
I haven't Googled
see.
it yet.
Let's see.
I feel like it is probably either a Will Ferrell or
I mean,
Adam Sandler movie.
Super
Logan,
bad.
that's a great guess. Napoleon Dynamite made 46 million, and it only cost 400,000 to make. Not
Damn.
super bad. This movie, get this, cost 15,000 and made 193 million.
Oh, I know what it is. I have a very good guess as to what it is,
Holy
but I can't
cow.
say because
15K to make.
you know it very well.
15K to make. 15K to make. I feel like it must have been animated then.
I think that's a crazy assumption to make.
No, animation
animation's pretty expensive.
is more
Animation's
expensive.
expensive, but actors? Like,
You
If
can
you just
you
hired,
can
like, the
hire
5 of
us as
us.
actors.
Yeah.
I guess that's true if you hire total randoms. I mean,
Yeah, the Napoleon. You don't have to hire A-listers.
Yeah, I guess
but you
that's
do have
true.
to hire A-list animators to make. You know
Yeah,
what I
true.
mean?
Yeah,
like
that's
you gotta
true.
get a whole
That's
team.
true.
It's sort of like, like a running back offensive line dynamic, right? You know, somebody's going to get the star, the acclaim. They're not necessarily doing the most important work.
I'm going to guess the least grossing. What was that superhero movie? Morbius or whatever that thing was, man? Is that what it is?
It's not Morbius. That's a good thought, though. I think Morbius might have caught up because people started going to see it ironically.
It's not a. Please tell me it's not Furiosa.
No, it's not Furiosa, but
Thank
that
God.
was unfortunately a bit of a bomb. I mean, let's see. Where is Morbius? I think it's going to be on the short list. No, Morbius is not on the short list, actually. This movie lost $237 million. But you had an interesting idea with Morbius.
Green
Could it have
Lantern,
been
Green
like
Lantern.
Not
Ooh,
Green
yeah,
Lantern. It's
right?
another
Oh.
good thought. It's another good thought.
Black
So
Adam?
Not Black Adam, but
So it is a superhero movie that did poorly.
it is a superhero movie. That is correct.
Is it She-Hulk?
It's not She-Hulk.
Is it Catwoman with Halle Berry?
It is
Or what
not.
was the-
It is not. It is more recent.
Is it one of the new X-Men movies? Maybe.
Morbius was actually it ended up being a profitable movie. How about that?
It's Morbin time. Just off jokes.
You got a Morb.
Could it have been?
Morbius, Return of the Morbs.
Could it have been like what's a Marvel movie that nobody watched? Like what's his name in the Six Rings? Did anybody see that?
Shang-Chi. I
Shang-Chi.
didn't see
That's
that.
10
That's
rings.
not the answer, but that's
What was that one
Not a
that
bad
just
thought.
the Naturals or what was the one that?
Oh,
just came out?
Eternals?
Yeah.
Ooh, not Eternals, but you guys are onto something here.
Ooh, my guess, which I'm not gonna say because I don't want to take it off the board, was in third place. I googled it.
Really? Well done.
He's on the podium.
Actually,
He's on the
actually
podium.
was in second, man. Or I actually got it.
Is it I don't think it's Marvel can't fuck up this bad. It's got to be DC or Sony.
It definitely
DC
could be. Justice. I mean, it's not going to be Justice League. I doubt it.
I don't think it was
League.
Wonder Woman 2. I don't think it was that. I don't think it was. What other? They've had some bad ones. Is it Black or the Blue Beetle or something?
No, Wonder Woman 1984 is not too far off this list. That lost about 100 milli.
Carson, is it? It's not an X-Men
Employing
movie,
Gal
is it?
Gadot moment.
It is not an X-Men movie. I
don't
feel
even-
like
what
you
is the
guys
most
were
recent X-Men
closer.
movie?
You guys were closer, and now you've gone a little bit further away.
Maybe it is Marvel then.
Wow. Both The Adventures of Baron Munchausen and The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle are on this list. Two of my favorite The Adventures of movies ever. No way, Logan. Have you actually seen one of these?
Is one of them with Brendan Fraser? Is the Rocky and Bullwinkle? Is that Brendan Fraser?
It's animated. Is that the movie
no.
you're thinking of? No. It
they
stars
made a-
Robert De Niro. It's like the worst looking animation I've ever seen, bro. This is kind of fucked up. And I think it might be one of those movies that blends live action and animation, which tend to be pretty disturbing. Yeah, it's one of those.
Okay, so
Man,
we
we-
have two movies to figure out. We've gotten neither.
We got neither. Maybe.
The
don't
most
know.
profitable one really makes sense. It really makes sense.
Can
It's
you
like
give us
Goodwill
an
Hunting.
era for that one?
That one came out in, I believe it was right around 2007.
Carson, is it Goodwill Hunting?
It's not Good Will Hunting.
It's got to be a comedy. It's got to be like Napoleon Dynamite, some shitty comedy that no one
Is
put
it
any
Step
thought into.
Brothers?
It's not Step Brothers. You guys got to think hiring Will Ferrell alone. You're not getting him
Yeah.
to do a movie for $15,000.
Right, exactly. Napoleon Dynamite's such a good guess.
And you got to think about other things that cost money besides just actors.
Just people sitting around being
Mhm.
funny with no A-list talent whatsoever.
Correct. Just like
And
this
it is a-
podcast, which cost us
it is a movie.
$15,000. It is a movie. It's a very popular movie. It's a movie that made $193 million. And perhaps this formula was so successful that they said, let's replicate that.
Exact. And everybody in it now has got to be big.
Well, now
But
you
at
got
the
John.
time-
You got John Schman, and you got Johnny Versace. Everybody and their mother.
It's a comedy, yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be. Every other genre costs too much. It's free to be funny.
Is this like man, I don't know. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, dude. I don't know.
That would be an insane poll.
All right. It's not a comedy. It's not a comedy.
It's not
Wow.
a comedy. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, I thought was a pretty cool guess. I love
That movie, you're doing all sorts of cool shit in that movie, though, man. They got people from
Yeah. They got
different
Chris
dimensions,
Evans
they
in
got
that
special
movie, they
effects,
got-
they got Michael Cera.
Yeah. I have no idea with any of these.
Think about, okay, the most cost-effective way to film a movie.
Like on an iPhone.
Close. That's sort of the right idea. Maybe the 2007 equivalent.
Oh, is it like...
Yeah, I was thinking like Blair Witch Project.
Oh,
or something
shit.
So
like
that
man.
was the first one in this model. That was originally the answer. This
And it's
one
third.
surpassed it.
It's very close.
That's what you were thinking of, Matt?
Mhm.
Yeah, which is a great
'Cause that
thought.
was famously cheap.
Yes.
What is
Is it
I've never heard of
Cloverfield? No, that
No.
has so many special effects. That's just first person.
I haven't heard of that either.
That's just camcorded. It's like Exorcist. I don't know if it's in the horror genre. I'm really.
You'll
I think
know it.
I think I'm cooked too.
You know this movie very
You know this movie very well.
My favorite horror movie. It's The Lighthouse with Robert Pattinson and Willem Dafoe.
Man, Blair Witch Project was such
Is
a good
it,
thought.
There's
Blair
no
Witch
way
Project
it's this.
2.
There's no way
No.
it's this. But if we're going based on like horror-ish, Silence of the Lambs.
No.
No, with Anthony Hopkins.
I don't know who's in that movie. I don't know anything about movies.
You think some dude at the off the street was acting like that? Just some.
I don't know, man.
They found.
I just know it's a great movie.
They did.
And
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair. I don't know.
That's all
I don't
I'm
know.
going
I
off
don't
right
know.
now. All right.
We could be here all day.
Yeah.
All right. It's Paranormal Activity, the most profitable.
Wouldn't have gotten.
Really?
Wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah.
I've never
Never
even
seen it.
seen it, but I just remember seeing all
never
like
seen
the
it, but I
trailers and
knew-
stuff. Yeah. It's just like the same vibe. It's found footage. Everything is just a cheap, intentionally grainy camera in a room, and all that happens is like an object moves, and that's like
Yeah,
the
you
horror,
could do that
know?
with like some
Pretty
fishing
cheap.
line and like
Exactly.
a room.
Yeah.
Pretty cheap movie to make. The biggest box office bomb. You guys were very close with the Eternals. It was the Marvels last year.
Oh, I think I
million.
could have gotten that, but okay. Yeah, that's fair.
All right, it was a good effort, but Matt and I are back on even footing now, and we don't intend on letting up.
No.
No.
God, I love you, Matt. All right, guys. This is a sports movie about one of the strongest athletes to ever play the game. Our protagonist truly possessed unparalleled power. In a
Space
matter
Jam
of
2.
months... Man, what? In a matter of months, he goes from failed hockey player to contending against the best of the best in the sport. In the end, the underdog captures the championship and in turn saves his grandmother's house from being foreclosed on.
Interesting. I have not seen this based on the description.
Oh, you had to. There's no way you haven't seen this.
I don't think
Hockey?
I've seen this.
Hockey.
Wins the championship, saves grandma.
But it
No, no,
sounds
no,
like
he
this
goes
guy
from-
didn't do it in hockey. He did it in
He
another
goes from
sport.
failed hockey
Oh.
player.
So that
to
takes all
something
my
else.
hockey movies out of the equation. R.I.P. to Goon.
Man, I forgot it. I've seen both of those, man, with like Sean William Scott.
Shout out to Goon, bro. Okay. So what other sports are there? People love making boxing movies, okay? That's one thing that I know for sure. And he really emphasized power. Power, he said, over and over. I don't think it's a basketball movie. I think I would have seen it.
I will tip. It's an individual sport. It's not
It's
a
an
team
individual
sport.
sport. Yeah.
It's an individual sport. Okay.
mean, that has me
Power,
thinking
failed hockey.
boxing.
Oh, Happy Gilmore by any chance?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I knew it was going to be
Yes, Happy Gilmore.
Sandler. Yeah. Holy mother of God! Is everyone okay? There's been a terrible accident. Theo, are you
Sorry,
okay?
Cammy was drunk and just knocked over our entire bookshelf. No, that's not true. She's in her room. I knocked over I knocked over my bucket of recording things.
I was gonna
and
say,
then
a bit early
immediately
in the
tried to
afternoon
find
on
a
a
way to
Monday.
shift blame. Yeah, it is Monday at
This says a lot about
4
you.
p.m.
Real. Okay. Gentlemen, can you name me the 10 highest grossing film series ever?
Star Wars.
Harry Potter.
Marvel.
Harry Potter. Yes. Oh, included in the Harry Potter world are the Fantastic Beast movies. That is number 3. Marvel, Theo, I have not included as one collective thing because it's
can't.
too much. So,
Okay.
but the individual Marvel.
What about
properties-
Batman? Does that count, or is that
Star Wars is number 2. Batman, I've done the same thing with DC. DC as a whole doesn't count. Batman
Okay.
does at number 7.
So
Planet of the
Avengers-
Apes?
Where was Star Wars and Harry Potter?
Star Wars is 2. Harry Potter is 3. Planet of
Okay.
the Apes is a really good thought. It's actually not as high as I would have thought. It's not in the top
Lord of the
20.
Rings.
Lord of the Rings is number 10. Correct.
Star Trek.
The Avengers.
Avengers is number 4. Number 5, actually. Star Trek is remarkably not here.
They were mostly a TV show.
Okay, so the Avengers kind of covers the main
Any of-
Marvel.
Any of the Spider-Man trilogies?
Spider-Man number 1, Logan. The number 1
Bang.
grossing film.
Which one?
series
Is it
ever.
Toby Maguire's?
No, it
Or are you
counts
just
all.
saying
It counts.
overall?
It
All
counts
of
all the
them. Ah.
Spider-Man films. There are 14 of them.
That makes sense.
Damn.
Yeah. What's crazy is Avengers is at number 5 with only 24 movies, whereas like the one spot above it has 27 movies.
You're counting the Avengers. Okay, so I was even thinking that would cover the entire Infinity Saga.
No, so there's the MCU, which is listed on this list, but I'm not counting it.
Okay.
So yes, individual Avengers, their own
Iron
movies. I'll tell you, there's no more individual Avengers. Spider-Man is the only one.
Okay.
We've got 4 more.
Yes, you have.
What
remaining.
about? What about like Jaws?
Not a bad thought. Not here.
Yeah, like a 1, 2, and 3.
What was
Karate
it
Kid.
Might not be bad.
Could there be a more horror?
Yes. Insidious.
Not a bad thought. Not here.
Okay. My mom loves horror movies. There was another one though. I thought
There's a lot of those.
Is it like Scary Movie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Not
They probably made
that-
about
you might
$5
cook
each
there.
at the end.
honorable mention.
Scream.
No.
Hey, I got a hint. You guys are missing a big one.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah. Which genre, brother? Like what?
No, I like Matt's
I
hints. I
think-
like Matt's
I
hints.
think
I got a hint. You guys are gonna let everybody in your life down if you don't get this one.
people are furious in the comment section.
Everybody in the
I'll say
comments right
volume.
now.
I think it's the
There's
right way to go.
there's too many voices in my head right now. What are the big ones we've gotten? Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings,
What constitutes
some
a
Marvel.
series?
It's pretty intuitive. I mean, movies that are set within the same, like I would say,
Is it
cinematic
just
universe,
more
but now the
than
superhero
one,
movies
or
have
does it
taken
have
that
to
too far.
be-
Anything
It's
more than
just
one.
more
Like for
than-
example, Avatar,
Avatar.
is just off this list. Well, I wouldn't have
Oh.
given you the answer, but Avatar
Well, we
with
said it
just
at the
2
same
movies.
time.
Okay, with just 2 movies, they're still number 12. Everything else is a lot more than that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think volume's the way to go.
Though.
here,
Volume
kind
is a
of
good
like-
way to think.
Oh, the Sharknado series, of course, guys.
Ding,
Gotta
ding, ding,
be
Logan.
here.
Right on the head again.
What is there a lot of
That's what I'm trying to think of. Something
that isn't Star Wars and Marvel and DC?
I mean, this is I don't
Actually-
think this is gonna be here because it's only 3, but like the Sixth Sense, Split, and whatever the other one is.
Oh.
You got to go more movies. You got to
Yeah.
get more raw volume.
Halloween?
Did we say
Not Halloween.
That was a good guess, man.
I'll tell you
Did we
guys.
say Superman?
Superman, remarkably, not here.
Like Freddy versus Jason, like like on that kind
There's
of.
nothing scary. I'll tell you that right now. People don't.
And
like
you
to be
said
scaled
you
that
said
much.
Batman doesn't count.
No, Batman does count.
Oh,
Batman.
What about
is
like
here at number 7?
yes.
Prometheus and what's all that? What are all those movies?
Oh, the Percy Jackson was like books though.
That is not what he said.
I
Prometheus.
was thinking no. Like the Alien series, is that here?
Ooh.
Alien is not here.
Or the Predator series? That's not going to be here either. Oh, Rocky.
No.
Oh.
All right.
Rocky's a
Just
good
to put
guess.
things into perspective, how many movies are in the sagas that you're missing? Okay, 13 in one of them, 27 in another one, 11,
27, I can't even.
27. That one's been going on a long time, boys and girls and everybody
7
else.
movies?
And then one that is just 6.
What is 27 movies? What have they made this many movies about?
It's entirely too many.
It's a lot, but you got to think. We're talking about generations of this.
I know.
Character
Old.
living
What did
on.
old people? I'm thinking like Doctor Who, but that's all TV.
That's all stupid. It's British stuff, anyways. We
It's
don't
all
want to talk
British,
about that here.
old.
Come on, this is America.
Is it all American?
No, actually. As I'm saying that. it is
Yeah,
not.
man. This is
No, but like Americans love it. It just happens to not be American.
Yeah. Is it Japanese or Chinese?
No, they're all English language.
Yeah.
That's
Some
not,
shit that British people have been on about for 100 years.
I know exactly what
some
the
Monty
27
Python
one
mess,
is.
bro.
Monty
And I
Python.
didn't even Google it.
At some
I'm
point, should we
going to
do
Google it now.
you guys want to enlist Matt as your helper?
Sure, man.
I feel like Matt wants to be answering the question.
Can I let two fly that I feel pretty
Let two
strongly
fly.
about? I
Let
swear
two
to
fly.
God that I haven't looked them up. Okay. Godzilla, possibly, right? They've made a million of those.
Godzilla is actually not here.
That's
How is that
shocking.
possible?
All right, let me fire my next one then. Fast and Furious, right? They're
Fast and
famous.
Furious is here. Fast and Furious is here, right behind Avengers.
No, bro.
Number
because
6.
there's no way.
Blaiden crashed
Oh my
out.
God.
Have you seen them all?
Yes, man.
You've seen all of them.
Wow.
I've seen all the
I
Fast
haven't
and
seen
Furious
it.
movies, and I didn't get that
The
one.
Blaiden regression,
Oh my
bro.
God.
No.
Regress, no. I mean,
Oh my
at least
God.
he's.
I'm gonna ask
I
Blaiden a
got to
question about
regress
himself.
positively, and at least once here. You'd think I'd have it in me.
27. There's been a
27 is
handful of
crazy.
actors to play this guy.
James Bond. James
James
Bond.
Bond.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
now
shocked about
number 8, Logan. You were talking about earlier.
you.
This one is sort of it's
You know it
sorry, the
very
worst
well,
kind of hint.
Logan.
The worst kind of hint. But actually, you know what? You do know it
J.P.
very
Losman?
well. You know it very well, Logan. Logan, you know it very well, Logan.
Oh, it's X-Men.
X-Men. There we go. He's
Yeah.
named after Wolverine.
True
And so he
story,
did know
true
it very
story.
well.
Wow.
Okay.
You're named after Wolverine. That's crazy.
My parents were deciding between Matthew actually for Daredevil and Logan for Wolverine. Yeah,
You're named after Daredevil,
Logan
right,
is
Matt?
my favorite superhero movie of all time.
It's a great one.
I think mine might be Infinity War, but that's a tough category. Deadpool, like
Yeah.
Endgame too.
Splooge, Return
Logan's
of
up
the
there
Splooges.
though.
I
What?
love Logan.
Yeah. Heart Attack Man. Those are all classics.
Good work. That was a marathon, gentlemen.
Well, nope, you got one more.
No.
What?
One more. This has been split up into 2 iterations. There was an original trilogy, and now there's been a second trilogy. And it's basically just the same thing. They just rinsed and repeated.
Original trilogy.
Mad Max. It's not a trilogy.
Not Mad
yet.
Max.
When was the original trilogy?
90s. I believe the first movie was 1994, if I'm not mistaken.
Blade Runner. No, those are just
Not
that's
Blade
not
Runner.
trilogy. Terminator.
No, this is based off a book.
Terminator was a good guess.
Terminator's not a bad guess at all. It focuses on a fantastical reality, but that involves. Wow, this is going to be hard to explain without giving it away. A creature that.
Is it
real.
Okay, I've got 2.
Okay.
I've got. Well, okay, no, is it Narnia?
No.
A fantastical world with a creature.
A creature that is real.
A
or was
real creature in a fantastic world.
Well, yeah, okay, I explained that horribly.
We
It's
already
the real
guessed
world, but it's actually not
Jurassic
fantastical. It's
Park?
science. Jurassic Park. That is correct.
Jurassic Park.
That's what I was trying to
A real
explain.
creature.
A real creature.
Fantastical world.
'Cause
I guess
it's
dinosaurs
fantastical
were
'cause
kinda real.
dinosaurs roaming. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I give them the benefit of the doubt. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Wow. Good work, gentlemen. All right. This actually is based on a book as well, based on the book of the same namesake by S.E. Hinton. This movie, based on cultural and social dynamics of the era, features one of the most star-studded casts of all time, including Matt Dillon, Ralph Macchio, Rob Lowe, Tom Cruise,
Oh, yeah.
and
this
Patrick
is,
Swayze.
this is the Greasers movie. What's it called? Outsiders.
The Outsiders. Easy money.
Give me
I
that.
played Pony Boy one time.
Really?
Fun
Was it
fact.
the role of a lifetime?
No, it was a series of skits, so it was only a scene. I didn't get to play them throughout the course of the whole play.
Okay. Sorry. I mean, I'm sure it was fantastic. I mean, while we're,
I don't know how
sharing
else I'd expect you to react to that.
stories of our acting career. No, I mean, I actually twice played Baloo in The Jungle Book, 2 separate productions.
Twice?
Different times in my life. It was
I got
the one
another one in
role.
me.
It was the one role that I felt I could reprise and bring a little bit of a twist to it. So you wouldn't believe how I did Bare
was a
Necessities.
spider
Jungle
the
Book
second
is
time.
goated, so
Bare naked.
Like the 4th grade.
They're naked.
Yeah.
I
I
could see
mean,
you
everybody
being
loved
Baloo.
it. Yeah. I was sort of pivoting from my bad boy, reckless youth era, and I thought, what if I went back into the musical pool? And I did.
Right.
All right, guys. I'm going to describe an iconic movie to you in 3 words. You tell me what it is. The Bad Boat.
Jaws.
Titanic.
Titanic is correct.
Oh, yeah.
Boston. Everybody dies.
I thought of a
World-
real life event.
War of the
Oh.
Worlds? Oh.
No, not War of the Worlds. Is that set in Boston? Because if so, then kind of my bad.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, good answer.
Everybody?
Everybody doesn't die, though, so.
Oh.
Everybody?
Not literally everybody. A lot of people. The most main characters. It's a great movie. And an iconic Boston movie, too.
Is
Insane cast.
Ben Affleck in it?
Remarkably, Ben Affleck is not in it, but his buddy sure is.
Damon.
Damon's in it.
Oh.
Damon's in it. Oop. Yes, Blaiden?
He's due for a. He's due.
He's due.
Shoot.
Oh,
I know. I just can't think of the name. Theo, what was the movie you said?
I alluded to the marathon.
Or Logan, was
Yeah.
it you?
Yeah,
said
that
it?
was not really much of a guess.
Logan, did you give a guess for this one?
I guess War of the Worlds.
Which one is that?
That's 02. That's based off of a book. Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's a good movie too.
The aliens come down and or no, they're underneath the ground and
Okay.
they harvest humans.
That's some real shit.
How recent is this?
This is from, I believe, 2005.
This is Matt Damon's got to be in it. So
Matt Damon is in it. I'll tell you who else is in it. Leo, Jack Nicholson,
The Departed.
The Departed. Correct.
Oh.
I was thinking like Apocalypse.
No,
But
well,
yeah, that is
sorry,
in
yeah,
it.
it's,
So was
it's
I.
not literally everybody dies,
Wahlberg,
but a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people
but-
die. Wahlberg.
Yeah, you're right.
Is
Okay.
Al Pacino in that?
Pacino's not in that. It's Jack Nicholson. He's fucking
I
fantastic.
smell a
in
rat.
it. I smell
He
a
is.
rat. Yeah, it's good stuff. Okay.
Good, great movie.
All right. How about Friend for Dinner? This one's
Friend for Dinner.
This is part of a quote from the movie.
This sounds cannibalistic in nature.
Friend for dinner.
The perceptive young boy has caught onto a scent.
Is this Silence of the Lambs?
Silence of
No.
the Lambs. Yeah. When
Yeah.
it says at the end,
Oh.
I'm having a friend for dinner, Clarice. Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Penguins can dance.
Mr. Popper's Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins.
There's no penguins in that movie.
Yes, there are.
Well, that's not the one.
Theo, come
Really,
on,
there are.
man.
All right, fine. Acceptable
Happy
answer.
Feet.
There are
I was
Happy
thinking of
Feet.
Happy Feet. Yeah.
Happy
Gotta
feet,
be
man.
Happy Feet. Shut
They've
up.
got
That's
penguins
fair.
in Mary Poppins.
Yes, they do. The waiters, they come
talking?
and they dance around.
Really?
With,
That was your first thought for dancing
Yes,
penguins?
it's an adorable scene.
What are you talking about?
That is kind of a classic scene. I don't think it's a crazy guess. I mean,
No,
I would have
no.
known it was Happy Feet
Oh,
right away.
sorry, I'm not
but
British.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry, I'm
they're
not
very
British.
conscious of perfectly
You look British,
fine
man.
guess.
I do look British. I look so British, bro. I look like a proper geese, mate. All right. Last one. Not my tempo.
Whiplash.
Cook. All right. I had more ones, but I don't know if you guys would get these. We'll do them real quick, real fast for no points. You already got the
Okay.
points. Magician's Beef Forever. Do you know what movie that is? It's a Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh yeah, this is I love this movie. This is with Hugh Jackman and
Correct.
Christian Bale, right?
Correct.
This is an awesome movie.
Yeah.
Is it Inception?
Nope.
No, it's
Oh.
damn, dude.
Tenet?
Is it
It's where the trick where he kills himself every time and like
Spoiler. Yeah, the Prestige. The Prestige.
Yeah.
But you clearly know it, Logan.
Yes.
Yeah. Last one I had, Nom really sucked. But that kind of applies to any.
That kind of
genre,
applies to
I
like
guess.
every
Full
piece
metal,
of content.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket would be a correct answer. I was thinking Apocalypse Now, but
Yeah, I was
would've
about to.
accepted
I
it.
was about to say that. Let the record show that was going to
Let
be
the
my
record
next
show.
guess.
Theo was onto the scent with that one.
I
All
would-
right, well done, gentlemen. Well done.
All right, guys. Last one. Another one-off. A modern western with one of the greatest cinematic villains of all time, where the villain chases the cowboy
No Country
across
for Old
multiple
Men.
countries. Yeah, maybe once the villain acquires it, he can go and get himself a proper haircut. Also featured in this film, a man in black and a Venice Beach hooper. This is No Country for Old Men.
Wow.
Good film. Good film.
Good pull.
Good film.
Dude, did Matt even answer a single question? Oh, he
Sorry,
got
I
Happy
didn't give-
Gilmore.
I didn't
Shout
give-
out, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matt
dude,
came
how-
in clutch
how
with that
insensitive.
Gilmore. I know. I'm sorry. I can just tell. Like
Wanted
I
to
can
let
tell.
Carson
You
do his
know.
thing.
I can tell.
So
at the
is it a
start of
tie?
The sentence where you're going.
We
got
have to
one
get
more
this
for
to
you.
tie, right?
And it's not even a movie question. It's a question about an actor. Okay.
Oh,
Which
God.
actor bought a stolen dinosaur skull? He outbid Leo for it, which he then learned was stolen and had to return to the Gobi Desert in Mongolia.
This sounds something that like Mel Gibson would do.
No.
I'm not getting this. There's a 0% chance I know this.
Well, with that attitude, yeah.
Who's rich? They outbid Leo.
So, ironically, this guy has a propensity to buy things that he perhaps cannot afford, and that causes him to work quite a bit. Sometimes in movies that some would say are not up to his standards.
It's Bad Grandpa. It's De Niro.
It is not Bad Grandpa. It's not De Niro.
Oh,
De
I thought that was
Niro
his whole
is
thing.
paying for his
Divorce,
8
right?
children, and yeah, he still popped
It's-
a kid out last year. I suppose he didn't, but
It's Blaiden with his 314 M's in the bank.
Blaiden.
That's what it is,
Blaiden
man.
once
It's
again.
me.
He's got Blaiden bought a. No, he's
right.
still paying off that couch that he had shipped.
Yeah,
that
from
314
Latvia, right?
M's the couch.
He bought this couch and it was
Yeah,
like
why do you
hand
think it?
spun with
Why do you
like
think? Why do you think it took a
silkworm
month and a
silk
half to get
Damn.
shipped?
and like
Damn, those
Hand
Latvian
delivered to
couches don't play around, and they had silkworms in there.
I don't
Sure,
know if it's
sure.
not De
Guys,
Niro.
I have
What
no
did-
idea.
He stars in films that are like beneath him.
Some would say, oh, that's goofy that you would do a movie where you're in an arcade and you barely speak a word the entire movie and you're killing all the
Oh my gosh!
animatronics.
Yeah, this is Nicolas Cage.
Nick Cage, Logan.
That
And-
checks.
And so, looks like we end on a tie. Sorry, you participation trophy haters. Look at this, more Gen Z nonsense. Everybody wins.
go.
Garbage. Sorry, Matt, that we
These
couldn't take
dumb
home a
Gen
decisive
Z
dub.
liberals.
Gen Z libs back at it again. I'm sorry, Matt. I
love
am.
Gen
I
Z
see the look in your
nonsense.
eye.
I do love Gen Z nonsense. I was going to say I didn't expect to go home with a win when I was, on the same team as a Michael Jordan guy, but
Yeah.
I didn't say that. So
I'm not so much a
tried to let the
Jordan
moment
guy as
pass.
I am a love guy, a basketball guy, an objectivity
man.
guy. But I
you
suppose
know
that's
you
an
know the
inspiration
case
another
for
time.
your guys getting bleak when you got to start pulling out the Kevin Durant.
have a guy.
Whatever happened to just loving basketball?
Don't have a guy.
I feel like Sponhour doesn't even like basketball.
I'm starting to wonder if Matt Sponhour doesn't even really like basketball.
I've been waiting to try to pull out.
minutes.
I've been waiting to try to pull out the opposite of I'm starting to think NBA fans love basketball. They love him. I haven't found a good use for it yet. Because maybe Kevin Durant was right.
Damn. On that note, that insightful note, we'll wrap this puppy up. Gentlemen, thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving this thing another shot. When we let you down the first time, you came back with a fighter's mentality and you all leave champions. Everybody go check out the Stay Hot podcast. These guys are the best. Go follow them everywhere. Matt agrees. He's practicing self-love. Follow Blaiden on TikTok and Twitter. Follow Matt on TikTok and Twitter and everywhere. Follow Theo everywhere. And also check him out now on the Pro Football Network. Check out his work there.
And go bot Pro Football
bot
Network
farm.
articles.
Go farm for clicks. That's all he wants. He told me backstage he's only in this for the bottom dollar and the Skrilla.
That's right.
But seriously, go check out the Stay Hot guys. Obviously, they're wonderful young men. Anything that you guys want to shout out before we head out of here and I potentially piss myself?
Shout out
Nerd
hosts.
Sesh, man. Shout out Logan and
yeah.
Carson.
Stop
You
it.
guys were wonderful hosts,
Oh,
as
stop
always.
it. Oh, we barely know our left from our right. Look at this,
Oh,
guys.
so humble.
Look at this, guys. And think about where we were a couple months ago. I was out in the streets writing a diss track about you guys and then a musical. That's where we were not so long ago. And now, look at us all brought together by the
Kumbaya.
power of trivia.
It is not too late for me to release that.
No, Blaiden has the track
Be
locked and
careful.
loaded. Theo
I have the
thinks
lyrics.
we're bitch-ass white boys, he said.
Well, I had to do it from Blaiden's perspective because
Okay,
he's just
let's
the
hear the
most
lyrics.
successful. You want to hear the lyrics?
I 100%, yes.
Well, the lyrics that you wrote, I changed a little bit, Theo, to make it
he
flow
said they
better.
were
But yes,
busted.
Here's the lyrics I wrote because I have them in
Okay.
front of me right now.
Okay.
yeah.
Yesterday, someone told me Nerd Sesh wrote a musical about me. This is from Blaiden's perspective. I said, why would I care what some bitch-ass white boys think? They do puzzles on TikTok all day. I have a computer engineering degree and make 6 figures.
Hard. Doesn't rhyme.
Fuck
I can't
Nerd
help but notice
Sesh.
it doesn't rhyme, but
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Fuck Nerd
You
Sesh.
see why I
and
had to. You see why I had to make changes.
Fuck Nerd Sesh and fuck Michael Jordan. I have 300 million in the bank and it says LeBron is the GOAT. Michael Jordan is 0-6 in the NBA Finals. Michael Jordan is a gambling addict. Michael Jordan had no left hand.
you wrote a Michael
stepped-
Jordan diss track.
I stepped back on Nerd Sesh and hit the LaFuck you 3. Carson looks like the Keebler elf. I don't care what Guy Rogers did in the 1800s. I said all galaxy grid and it scared the hose. I made $1 billion on FanDuel.
It's pretty good, man. Except it didn't rhyme at all. But I
No,
like
no.
I like the content.
Matt definitely ghost-writ some of that, yeah?
I didn't come up with any of that Jordan stuff. It's just what people think. It's just generally kind of the consensus opinion. I'm not surprised another ball-knowing individual like Theo Ash thought and said
Theo
the same
Ash
thing.
NFL. Theo Ash NFL. NFL in the name, folks. Keep that in mind. Take his Michael Jordan opinions with a grain of salt. Yeah, well done. I mean, obviously it doesn't compare to what I put out, but that's a
No,
high bar.
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, stop
but
it.
There were bones there.
Yeah, no, there's
And
definitely.
if you ever want a sneak peek at what could have been, just
Yes.
go check out the intro to
Blaiden's
our live
OnlyFans.
streams, because
sorry.
the intro to our live streams is an extended version of the Stay Hot intro music, which is the foundation for the diss track.
I see. Very interesting. I can imagine it to a tune now. All right, guys. Well, thanks for that. That was really beautiful, Theo, and it was a beautiful performance from everybody involved. So, if you guys want more of our stuff, you know where to find us. Check out our other trivia episodes. We're ranking the top 10 point guards, shooting guards, all those positions in the NBA. Check all that out and stay tuned in for more of it because it's coming throughout the summer. Follow us across social. See our dumb, stupid trivia content that scares the women away, according to Theo. And, yeah, appreciate you guys, as always. So, with that, I've been Carson Brabber.
I've been Logan Camden.
I've been Matthew Sponhour.
Go. Theo.
I'm Theo. I've been Theo.
I've been Blaiden Kirk.
And this was Nerd Sesh.